Now, authorities in the U.S. have been pushing their Russian counterparts to return Snowden to the U.S. They say they've made it clear they want him to face charges of espionage.
We have seen, of course, the press reports and are seeking clarification from the Russian government. Obviously, any move that would allow Mr. Snowden to depart the airport would be deeply disappointing.
Psaki said Secretary of State John Kerry had telephoned Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to reiterate the U.S. position.
A rock star's welcome at Moscow airport for Edward Snowden's lawyer. Dozens of journalists came to greet the man representing the fugitive whistleblower. Excitement was stirred up earlier in the day after reports that Snowden would leave the airport transit area he's now lived in for over a month. He'd allegedly been given a document issued by authorities allowing him onto Russian territory after his formal application for temporary asylum last week. But his lawyer had come empty-handed, apart from some reading material. Snowden, it seems, is due to spend more long hours inside Moscow airport.
I can show you the books. This one's about Moscow. This one's about Russia in English. I'm buying books in English for the time being. Karamzin. He needs to know the history if he wants to stay in Russia. This one is Chekhov, and so on.
U.S. Congress has narrowly voted to continue the electronic surveillance program exposed by Edward Snowden. With a majority of 12, the House of Representatives rejected an amendment to the bill that would have limited the National Security Agency's ability to collect the phone records of hundreds of millions of Americans. The measure had been strongly opposed by President Obama.
Metadata reveals highly personal and sensitive information, including, for example, when and how often one calls the doctor, a journalist, or the local Tea Party or ACLU affiliate. By tracing the pattern of calls, the government can paint a detailed picture of anyone's personal, professional, and political associations and activities. Congress never authorized this type of unchecked, sweeping surveillance of our citizens. And it is this problem, the indiscriminate bulk collection of metadata under Section 215, that we need to fix right now.
Those who know it best support the program because we spend as much time on this to get it right, to make sure the oversight is right. No other program has the legislature, the judicial branch, and the executive branch doing oversight of a program like this. If we had this in the other agencies, we would not have problem.
And the vote was defeated by a measure of 217 to 205.